heading full speed in the lane, still getting it.
What is up, guys? aSexyScaper here, and today I'm happy to bring you guys my first episode from a blank to bank series on Runescape 2007. What this series is going to be is basically we start with nothing. We cannot use the items already in our bank, and it's the first 1 to 5 mil wins, and the other people have to give the person who won a percentage of their bank. If I had to guess, probably about 20%. I'm joined here today by Legacy. I will have a link to his channel in the description below, so if you guys want to, you can check him out. We're also joined by 2 of his friends. I believe they're both YouTubers also. So hope you guys enjoy. The rules: teammates can help each other. I will be with Jinthorian. We also can use quest items that are not tradable, so the helmet of Netaznot, or however you say it, does not count. We can also trade cash made from the series for items in our bank, but we cannot trade items made from the series for cash in our bank. We cannot use items that are not from the series. Please note that more rules will most likely be added as the series goes on, and I may have forgotten a couple of rules, so I will clarify what those will be in later videos. So as we started out, grab that bronze pick, as I think everybody does, and I head straight down to that copper and tin mine. Got myself 14 coppers and 14 tins, trying to make a little bit of bronze bars. Bronze bars go for about 500 each, so that was a good 7K, but then I realized that probably not a lot of people are going to buy that for only buy 14 bronze bars. So I might use this for later, maybe make some bronze throwing knives, maybe for like a money-making method or something. So that was my idea on this. You guys also do have to realize that the 3 people that I'm going against right now for this race to 5 mil are also all in their level 80s, and I am only at a combat level of 50, so I'm at a big disadvantage. They also, along with their combat levels, have a lot more quests done and a lot more higher skills. So for example, the other team can plant Renar seeds and grow some Renars, while I cannot. My partner, though, is, I believe, a combat level of 76, so he can do a couple things. We're planning on killing probably green dragons in the future, even though I cannot do that. But what I can do that nobody else can do is I can run natures, which I did in this video. Wasn't really the best technique, because if I had finished my construction as I said I would in later or earlier vids of mine, I would have been able to just teleport to my house and banked using the Edgeville Bank and the Abyssal place to get to the nature altar. So as you can see right here, we didn't know that we could trade items for or I didn't know that you cannot trade items for cash in your bank, so I was just sitting there for a second trying to figure out what I was going to do next, because my plan was to get 7K, probably buy a couple teleport runes, or probably actually pure sense, probably buy some pure sense, and then make some nats and then sell the nats. So once I figured out you couldn't do that, I went straight for the clues. Like I said, back when I made the guide of how to get these clues, you can make 1 mil an hour, up to, if you were pretty lucky. Now I don't think it's near that much, because a lot of people do this now, but I figured it'd be a great way to start out, especially if I get a Zambi page on my first clue. Most likely not going to happen, but you know, 400k boost would be really good to this series, because then I could give my partner probably about half of that, and he could go straight ahead, buy a dragon skimmy, rune plate, rune legs, and an anti-dragon shield, and he can go straight to green dragons from there. I don't know what I'm going to be doing later in the video, or later on in the series. At the end, I did cut some U's, and I believe we're debating about making those into U longs and selling that, or alking them. We're not sure yet, because with the nats I make we may just be able to alch them. I cannot alch them, but once again my partner can. So I feel like I'm kind of helpless here. But I don't know. I mean, those gnats, making gnats could, they're pretty good money an hour, so it could turn out to help us in the end. Also, another strategy we're thinking about is when my partner goes and kills some green dragons, he gives me the dragon hides and I tan them for an extra amount of cash. That would also work, but once again we'll have to see how much money an hour we would make extra if I went in tandem, because if you're only making a little bit of money an hour, it really wouldn't be worth it. Okay guys, so since getting these clues isn't very interesting, I'm going to skip to the next part of what I did, so I'll see you guys when I'm there. Okay guys, so I'm back. So I think this was about my 6th trip after I've been kicked out of the camp. So at this point in time, the other team had gotten a clue about 2 trips ago, so I thought to myself, maybe I already have a clue in my bank that I didn't know about, and I didn't think it'd be a big problem just because I've been there for a while, so I thought they would just let me solve the clue if I got it. Turned out it didn't matter because I didn't even have one in my bank anyway, so I actually ended going right back, and I believe the next trip or the trip after that, I actually ended up getting a clue scroll, and I did the first part of it at Zeke the Trader in Alcaharid. Then the next part of the clue is needing an emerald ring, an iron red helm, and a white apron, which I did not have at the time. Even though you can buy all 3 items from shops around RuneScape, you can buy the white apron at Verrock clothes store, you can buy the iron red helm in Barbarian Village, and you can buy the emerald ring in Port Sarum at the jeweler store. So probably in my next episode I'll go around and go buy all that stuff. I also wanted to add that I did cut out a lot of what I did, especially at the beginning. So what I did after the ham members is I actually ended up going to Verrock and going to mine some rune essence. I did end up selling that for a nature tiara. I got one very cheap for about, I believe it was about 7k, 5k, can't remember what it was. So I traded all my rune essence in for that. Then I got my extra rune essence. I had about, I would say about 200 left over, and then I bought a bunch of pure essence after that. Then you will see me heading to, like, here we go, I got my nature tiara, got my pure essence. I'm going to Brimhaven, south of that, more like by Shiloh Village, to go craft some natures. This is where most of the money came in at the time. I'm trying to remember what my teammate was doing. I believe he was killing Chaos Druids for the Ranars. I think at this point in time in the video they were 10k each, so it was really good. I know that's what the other team did right away. He went straight for the Chaos Druids to get them those Ranars, and he ended up getting about 4, I think, in the amount of time that it took me to do all this and craft all the gnats. But we did end up about being even, because all the gnats that I crafted ended up to being about 40k, and he got about 4 Ranars, so that's about 40k, so we're pretty much even. One thing I want to tell you guys is that before this video started, I used my home teleport, so I had about 13 minutes left when I was done crafting all these pure essence, which I'm obviously going to skip because I'm not going to narrate through the entire thing. It just takes way too long. So I ran out of pure essence, and I had about 13 minutes left so I could home tele, so I thought to myself, well, hey, look, there's a bunch of bots around, maybe I can, go up to that general store really quick, and when they sell pure essence to the general store, I could quickly buy them back before they did, which is exactly what I did. So I got an extra 2 to 3 inventories of gnats, which is an extra little bit of money for us. That then covered me over till I could home tele again. So I will skip to that part because all I'm doing now is just running gnats back and forth. Alright guys, here I am with my last inventory of gnats. You're going to see me pull out the calculator really quick to see how much I made. 166 times 220 at the time was 36.5k. but I also had the Nature Tiara and a bunch of other things. So I was at about a 50k bank, especially because I got the Nature Tiara really cheap. That Steel Axe, just in case you guys didn't know, I got that from the ham members, so I did not pull that out of my bank. I had that before. If you guys want to go back and check, you can if you don't believe me. But so at this point in time, I had about 38 or 36k in nats, and then I had about a 15 to 20k tiara. So that was, oh god, math, 50 to 55k. So I'm about 50 to 55k bank right now. So I believe at this point in time I was in the lead, but that will not be for long because the other team both got dragon daggers, and you're gonna see me hop worlds here really quick, but I did edit that part out. Anyway, they both got dragon daggers and Renar seeds. So their Ranars definitely are gonna at least double their profits, which is an advantage they have against us, which I believe I said earlier in the video. And their dragon daggers is to go kill green dragons, which I believe they're gonna do. I think after green dragons, they're gonna go straight to barrows and try to get lucky at the barrows. So I'm selling these nats, and they actually took a really long time for me to sell them because nobody was wanting to buy these things. Like only 166, like everybody wanted bulk. And you will see at one point where this guy tried buying 166 for 34k, which I declined. Right there you'll see I did quick math. I was being a little greedy, pulled out about 4 nats, and he declined me. Of course, I'm sitting here trying to trade with him for the longest time. He does not trade back. But eventually he did trade back and bought them for the correct amount, even though I was only asking for 34k, which is good. That's about an extra k that I did not expect to get. I did not report him right there. I just accidentally misclicked. So yeah, I'm not trying to come off as a douche to you guys or anything, but yeah, just clarifying, it was just a misclick. So here I go selling these nats. He puts in the correct amount that time, accept it. I got about 35k cash. At this moment in time, I wanted to go to what was it, Camelot, and cut some U's and buy some bowstring and make some U longs. But then I realized that I did not have any laws at all. So what you guys just saw me do is I looked on the forums really quick for how much rune axes we're going for. They were going for about 17k, so I pulled out 17k and got out my rune axe I already had in the bank. So what I didn't realize this time was that I had like obviously a bunch of cash to pull out some laws out of my own bank, just buy laws from my own bank, which I completely forgot about. So I went straight up to Edgeville and just cutted U's the rest of the time. It did take a long time, but for 62 woodcutting, I was actually getting the U logs relatively quick, and I got exactly 2 inventories in before the time was up. So I will show you guys here at the end of the video what I ended up with. I believe it's about 60 to 70k at the making of this video. I also dropped connection here for a second. I'll get back in though. So back in. And at the end of the video, once again, I'll be showing you guys what I made. It's about 60k. I ended up with about 55 U logs, a rune axe, a nature tiara, a clue scroll, about 7k in bronze bars, and I think that's about it. I'm probably forgetting something, but if you guys didn't see, I also have my boots of lightness on. The reason why I can use those is because they are a quest item for the Temple of Ivok, I believe. Well, I know it's for that quest, but I believe you pronounce it Temple of Ivok. And they are not tradable, so I was able to use those boots of lightness, which helps greatly because we all know the run in this game goes out extremely fast. So I'm just cutting U's the rest of the time. I will show you guys the ending result. Alright guys, so here I am at the end of the time. So I finished with 55, I believe, no, 54 U logs, a clue, about 18.5k cash, 14 bronze bars, nature tiara, and the rune hatchet I forgot to take off. So I will put how much that is in total in the inventory. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll see you guys for the next one. And remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. And remember to always be a sexy scaper. So I hope you guys see you in the next Blank to Bank series. See you guys then. I'm out. Peace.